It's 90 degrees and it was hotter than it is now. Here it is at 7 something in the evening and it is 90 degrees. I just noticed it. I try not to pay attention to the temperature because when you know it's hot, you really respond to it being hot. I put on my little short sundress today, something to let the air flow. And I came out of that and laid down. Came and sat to lay down. Can't leave my door open because I drained my battery. So I got my windows open. And it's only two windows up front. So yeah. Got those open trying to get some air. Did not know it was 90 degrees. But when it's hot like this, you don't want anything touching you, not even your leg touching the other leg. I got everything spread apart. Arm over here, arm over there. Even got my towel up so that my face, my chin, don't touch my chest. That's how hot it is. My God. So, paying attention to the news, there is another chemical spill somewhere. We got the tornado. We've got more train derailments and chemical spills. We've got so many things happening. The meat plants that caught on fire, and no one's waking up. Everybody's just still sleeping, not saying. And I don't know what we could do if we do wake up. Okay, so you see it coming. What do? Get your farm and start growing your own stuff, and then they come and kill you because they want you to get rid of your garden and everything else. I don't know what to tell us. I don't have all the answers, but I just can tell my eyes are wide open and I see it. So maybe I won't say that because I wouldn't want to be asleep. I feel sorry for the sleepwalkers. um, but clearly, it's like if the police do a raid, they hit everybody at the same time, so you can't call and tell nobody. Well, what they're doing is doing something different in every city. So you can't call and say, oh, this happened here. It happened to us too. So it's something different. But you still acting like you don't see nothing. How in the hell could 3, 4, 5 meat plants just blow up or catch fire? How is it that we got all these trains jumping tracks? Do you want your money back? How is it that, or is it that we're being targeted from another country and we're in war and they're targeting it? Because they're not going to tell us. So I don't know what's going on for sure, but it's going to get worse. This is only the harbinger. You can call it a harbinger, and I would rather not call it the harbinger because the harbinger has already came. The birthing pains before the problems came, before labor. We've been knew all this stuff was going to come, and now here it is. And I've seen a lot with my third eye, my first eye. That's going to happen. It's going to be a lot of fatalities, and we're seeing it everywhere across the board. We're seeing weather modifications with HAARP. We're seeing a lot of things that are happening, but yet we sit still and we call them conspiracy when the name conspiracy was created from a government official to make you not look. They named all witches and warlocks back in the day. They were the people who, the shamans who healed people. They wanted to make it a negative connotation, so you call it this. We have got to wake up as a people, and we study running in these churches, and these churches ain't going to be able to set you free. What you going to do? Pastor ain't got enough to feed you and your family. He going to be home trying to save his. So we need to wake up, rise up, and think up on a higher level. We got to get into our knowing. Know that you know. It's mind over matter. I don't care if they take my life. I'm still going to be alive. My energy won't die. You can unplug a lamp. It still got energy. So when we know that, you don't fear shit and you let it happen. What's going to be is going to be. Don't fuck with me. You're going to hurt yourself. I promise you're going to hurt yourself. It may not come when you expect it, but you're going to hurt yourself. So sit and wait. Sit and wait. I feel sorry for here that a lot of homes went down and Mississippi from that tornado. And I just don't know how to respond to some of that because it's heartbreaking. It's really heartbreaking. And you be on your land and you ain't expecting a tornado to come and there go your house and you flying through the air or stuff trampling on you and everything. It's just to think about things like that. It's so heart wrenching. And it's nowhere that you can go that's safe. Can you name one safe city on the planet? None. Because over here, they got food shortages and vaccinations. That's Michigan. Over there, they've got uh, wars and people doing, bull. Police are given carte blanche to do whatever in certain cities. So they are doing different things everywhere. And we've got to wake up. We've got to wake up. At least arm yourself. Or if you're not going to arm yourself and you feel like, hey, let it happen, because I take that position too. Because you're going to reap what you sow. But you do have the opportunity to save yourself. You do. Don't let nobody tell you to turn the other cheek. When it comes to your family, you better arm up if that's what you feel the need to do. And if you don't and you want to go peacefully and just let whatever happen, you can do that too. But I'm telling you now, knock, knock, who's there? Destruction. It's coming. It's coming. So get ready, people. Get ready. Stop buying them Louis Vuittons and all them nails and trying to get this and trying to get that. Because you better be trying to get some food stocked up, a power generator, a solar power generator, because the sun gonna shine and nothing else is gonna be here. There's gonna be no gasoline. There's gonna be no propane. And if it is, it's gonna be too high to purchase it. So solar, because the sun is gonna shine till they keep with all the chemtrails trying to block it out, looking up in the sky, looking at this darker cloud and it's round. Could be the a ship above the clouds, the shadow of it. But anywho, when you know things like this, people call you crazy because they don't have the knowledge. And when you don't have the knowledge and you calling somebody crazy, it's a penalty for that. Like Moses tried to lead the people into the promised land and they groveled and complained. I don't know. And do you really know? Well, we've been going around this mountain so long. Yeah. They groveled and complained. She cuckoo, she crazy. Don't listen to her. I don't know if I want to listen. When the Bible been plagiarized, rewritten, and we all used to say, Bible kind of contradicting itself. But no, when you tell one lie, you got to tell another lie. So we got lies hidden with the truth. And that story has been told in the original books thousands of years before the Bible was even written. And I used to preach, and I come from out of that slave mentality. When you up on the rooftop, that is your thinking. Don't come down for nobody telling you come back down here. Line up, get in the church. Don't come down. That's the rooftop. One will be taken in that field where there'll be two working. One will get this knowledge. One won't. Let them sleep. One will roll up their sleeves and say, give me that jab. One won't. And I'm at the point where I was feeling sorry for people who did it, but I'm looking at how I've been treated and lied on, and people covering up what they did and acting like their hand wasn't in it. And it was. It was. You got a bloody hand. My blood is on your hand. I had a stroke because of that bullshit. So when you want to act like you didn't cause me no harm, you did. You was able to call the dogs off immediately. So we got to pay for what we done. And that's the part of me that I don't want my frequency to go that low, because I've already been warned. Don't be fooled for the wine and the masses. Don't let my frequency drop that low on them getting a payback. It just is. That's karmic debt. It's coming. I ain't got to do nothing. I ain't got to say nothing. I ain't got to think nothing. It's coming. But I'm sitting here. It is so hot. And I want to go see my sons. And at the same time, I don't feel like driving that distance. I'm not in the best of health. And that's a long drive. And then to have to drive back, And ain't no telling how soon, probably a week or two, because I do not want to be in that city at all. That's too much driving for me right now. But I don't know, maybe on the way back I'll have to take my time moseying back, do a few days here and a few days there, because that's just too much driving for me. But I do need to handle some appointments I have coming up, and then I need to see about my sons. Um, but yeah, but I am very, very, excuse me for yawning. That just happens sometimes since I had that stroke. Sleep come over me and I just be ready to crash out of nowhere. Just like all your energy leave your body and ain't nothing you can do about it. And my shoulders and my legs been bothering me. So something is going on with my pressure still being so high that it's like I'm still threatening a stroke. And I ain't been feeling good the last 3 days, just kind of going real slow. Like my leg is bothering me, both of them. Just taking my time and believing, I'll get to see my baby again. I don't know what to, he's got to move. His apartment is just playing him and it's too expensive. No way that rent should have jumped up $100 and something on him. And they just trying to get all his money. He working for them basically to pay his rent, and he had nothing left, and that's not cool. He's just turning 22, and then for them to do all this crap to him, and it was inspired by his dad. His dad had a hand in it, trying to get him back for connecting the dots with all his women. He's been after him and trying to hurt me and my son for many years. So can you imagine what's going to be waiting for him at those pearly gates? Y'all thinking of heaven, hell, brimstone, and fire. So, and speaking of heaven and hell, that's heaven is your higher knowledge. It is what you think. It is your higher consciousness, your higher self. Hell is the lowest vibration you will ever feel. When you feel hopeless, when you feel like there's nothing else and there's nothing else, that's hell. And can't nobody bring you out of it. Because when that happens and you are given that final call and that is your destiny, you'll never come out of it. It's going to be for eons. And our minds can only fathom 100 years. If we lucky 50-something, I made it to 42 or 55 or 56, whatever your age is. We can only fathom so much, the finite mind. But I have been told from higher knowledge that it is going to be for eons, and what the mind cannot comprehend. They will be conscious to know what they have done, and they will have to lay in it for eons, just like the dinosaurs they found frozen over. And just like a flash flood hit them, froze and hit them, and they still there with flour in their mouth. Was the one was eating the flour, and that's what they're gonna know when this earth changes. It's gonna be like, and they thought it was funny, and they thought it was a game, but it won't be. So I will get the last laugh, but I won't be laughing. I won't even know them. So it's okay. It's sad to see people could be that cruel and think that, because they don't believe in God, nothing's going to happen. Something's got to happen because that's universe. But my son, I know, the Most High loves him, and he's going to be protected either way it go. And I'm sorry that he has to go through so much. They don't poison him, poison me, and they just keep doing it because they want people to shut up and don't tell what they did. They murdered my son, who was 27, left 2 kids, and now they poisoning me to shut up after they don't come in my house, did all manner of evil, pissed in my juices, did all they could do. Now I'm supposed to just shut up. You done did everything but killed me. Why should I shut up? You crashed me in a car, you ran me off the road, and I could, if it would have been any trees over there, about 80 miles an hour, 70-something, we would have been dead on impact. But it wasn't no tree. Then crashed me up in a car. And it was so-called friends who've been crashing cars and felt I needed to feel what that felt like. These is how demonic entities, and these people were in the church, felt I needed to feel what they experienced. Like I talked about them. I talked about the things that they had experienced to somebody, but I ain't the one who chopped and screwed. And I got a damn right to say, if I gifted you and when I'm in need, you ain't got nothing for me. That's goddamn common sense. But it's okay. Watch me sleep outside at 20-something degrees, and I'm okay. I'm okay. Satan's and his minions, I know them. I seen them, and they black and white. So it was some niggas. It was some white man. Black and white. So, anywho, I've come on here to tell y'all to be alert, pay attention, because it's going down. Stock up that food, them canned goods, and fuck toilet paper. You can wipe your ass with a leaf. Stop buying bullshit when you hear something going wrong. You got to think of what you are going to need. You're going to need water. You bought toilet paper, should have been buying all the goddamn water. But nah, buy a water filter, because if you got to get it out of a nasty puddle of water, it can filter it. Them filtering straws and stuff. Look into these things. I ain't got it. I know what to do, but I've been put in a position to never have any money or funds to help myself in that situation. So, like I said, I've seen some evil people, and they kill for money. $378,000 is what they owed me for messing me up in surgeries and blood pressure pills and all kind of stuff. And they wanted to kill me before they paid me. And I'm telling my truth. A sick ass lawyer. But anyway, y'all be encouraged. Y'all level up. Get y'all necessities. And babies gonna need diapers. Then you better go with a cloth. If it's some old material, you can cut it up and use them for diapers, because you're not gonna have money to go in the store, and the store's gonna stop producing. Things are gonna not be on the shelves because we're not getting the trains in with all these derailments. They using that to say, too, we can't get our stock. We can't do this. Pay attention. It's going to be things that you all need, and you're going to have to think of other measurements and other ways of getting them. And we're going to go back to the days of slavery, the days of the beginning. So it was, so it shall be. So you can think all you want, positive, and I already knew I would never run out of gas, and my hair would always be done, and da-da-da. It's going to be some different times. Some different times. So get you a garden. If you're in an apartment, put you some them totes, them gallon totes, square totes, fill them up with dirt, and put your garden in them. You ain't even got to fill them all the way up with dirt. You can put papers, rocks, all that, then put your dirt, because you only need about 6 inches of dirt for your garden, for the roots to take hold and have somewhere to go. Some things take more, like carrots and stuff going down in there, potatoes, different things. But put those, I had it all on my patio. I had tomatoes, 3 or 4 different kinds of lettuce, big old zucchini squash. I had radishes, carrots, all kinds of stuff. And soon as my harvest came, the devil came and poisoned my garden. They came with pesticides and poisoned and killed my garden. These are some white devils I'm talking about. White devils. You hear that term before? These were white devils. Now, not every white man is a devil. Some of them, very far few in between, are very good people. Very good people, and the jewel is hidden in them. But these were a multitude of white devils who want to keep me from my grandkids and being in that city so that we'll all leave and her white ass can have my grandsons. My son is dead, and the person that he forbid to keep him has his kids, and nobody fucking give a fuck. The courts was in on it. When I went to file my papers, it was like in unison, everybody laughed when I said, oh, my granddaughter likes Lilo and Sis, because I was complimenting the lady. Then they all laughed to let you know they are part of the gang. So these some sick ass people. And then I'm upset that brothers sit around and watch all these white people that put together and can come after a sister. And who in the fuck stood up for me? They should have been in there blazing like it was, back in the day, because here we go again with slavery. And you wonder how, if I was a slave, I would have done. No, you wasn't. You sit and you watch them being hung from a motherfucking tree, and you will watch everybody eating sandwiches and drinking iced tea. Yes, you would. Because you didn't come for me. You didn't help me. So you got to be there for yourself. And if that means you keep talking when the devil tell you to shut the fuck up because they know the police listening and could arrest their motherfucking ass for turpentine poisoning and all that, keep talking. Maybe it'll get to the right ears. Keep talking. And don't be afraid to fucking die. And know that you coming for some ass, you might get some ass too. You got to get some ass when you coming for some ass. I ain't as strong as I was, but I'd be damned if I go down without a fight. Know that.